Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do, apparently, the massive, the big beer stuff here. Buried Acorn. Some more of their bearded tears. This is the 17.6% bourbon barrel aged stout. This is aged in Heaven Hill bourbon barrels with Costa Rican blend coffee from Salt City Coffee. This comes courtesy of Buried Acorn. They set off, was it 5 or 6 of these? We're going to get through them. This is number 2. 2 of the 5 or 6 they sent down. I'm going to move for a coffee stout. That's why this one took. Do we have story time? No. It's just, hey, Salt City Coffee, barrel aged stout. And like I said, this is number 2. I'll probably put these all out. Maybe I'll do a week on these. I don't know. So hopefully you'll watch the first one, which would be, is there a vanilla one? Carbonation on that one. Quite low. But we'll kiss on this one, so maybe we'll do a little bit better on this sucker. But when you're talking about these super ultra high ABV beers, it's you know, the body can be a thing. I'm going to tell you what. That's a good sign right there. The other one generated almost little to no head whatsoever. This one, well, I poured it quite aggressively. Still, it's got some head. It's got some carbonation. Label-wise, I actually really do dig the labels on here. Sucker for that matte black and that gold. I can get down with it. Put that there. And as far as the beer goes, it poured motor oil. That's what it looks like. But like I said, the thing that got me most excited about this is actually a nice little head. Give it a whirl. It comes back. And that is like about as dark of a head as you possibly can see when it comes to a rich, big old stout. Because that is dark. It's very close to the beer when it comes to the coloration. So it definitely looks the part of a big, rich stout. The nose. Yeah, I mean, coffee abounds on this. It really does. But here's the thing. The vanilla one gave me a ton of coffee. It's not a coffee beer, that one. But this one is definitely kicking it up to another level here. Big, huge roasty tones from both the malt side of things and the coffee side of things. A little bit barrel char on there. A nice little pop of spirit. Nothing too crazy. And honestly, and this is going to be, I think, a theme throughout these beers. Creepily, not super hyper aggressive kind of nose on it. Let me rewind that. Heat wise, I mean, it's very boisterous when it comes from the coffee, the roasted malts, and all that. It's not stinging. It's not burning. It's not a hot beer. For 17.6%, or yes, 17.6. That's the number. Words and numbers are hard. It's not like just this singeing of the nostrils kind of thing. What's that from? It singes the nostrils. That's a comedy thing. What's that from? Oh, Black Panther, or Sex Panther from Odeon and Anchorman. Anyway, best review ever. But yeah, you're getting all those bits and pieces. They're volumetric, but nothing comes off ultra hot, especially for high ABV beers. So the first one was easy drinking. This one is much the same. A little touch of vanilla in here, hopefully. And I believe, obviously, it's coming from the barrel since there's no vanilla added in this one. We'll see how that all comes together in the taste. I'm really kind of hopeful because even now, I've been letting it sit, and that head is still sticking around. So, kind of pumped for this one. So let's dive right in. Cheers, y'all. It's so amazing how much mouthfeel plays a part in these beers. I mean, it's really any beer. But for me, man, this is really good. This is kind of what I was hoping the vanilla was going to be like. But since it lacked that carbonation, it lacked that kind of wow factor for me. This one has that going for it. And it's not like a crazy amount of carbonation. In the grand scheme of things, it's probably a bit undercarbed. But even having, at this ABV level, this level of carbonation just bursts. Everything bursts with flavor because you have that carbonation snap, crackle, and pop in your mouth, just delivering more of those bits and pieces we love so much. Again, we'll start off with the mouthfeel. It's almost silky. You don't want to say that almost knee-jerkingly. You don't want to say that with a 18% beer. But it is. It has this nice, soft silkiness to it. After that, you're just bombarded with a really cool, fun mix of bitterness. And I don't mean bitterness in a hoppy kind of way. I mean a bitterness in a roasted malt, coffee, flavorful kind of way. Big, huge, rich roasted malts. Dark chocolates. A little bit of kind of hazelnutty kind of vibes to it. You have that coffee kind of jump in there. Bring, again, a different kind of bitterness, but pile on top of that roasted, toasted kind of bitterness with that nice coffee roast. It's a little bit almost like fruitiness coming from the coffee. That could be your barrel at play too, but they marry really, really well. The barrel char comes in there. You get a nice little chariness and even click that little bit of richness and bitterness up a little bit. Adds a little bit more of that chocolate to it. A little touch of vanilla. Then you have that spirit, that barrel, that whiskey on there. It'd probably, if I'm going to say anything, be maybe the weakest part of the beer. Nothing about this beer is weak. But it adds a little soft fruitiness, a little bit of maybe kind of like cordial cherry thing kind of going on here. Nothing too crazy. Marries well with the fruitiness of the coffee. This is a really, really, really good coffee stout. Like, really, really good coffee stout. That just shows these big, huge notes. This big, boisterous, volumetric, all the words like these when something's like hair on fire. But I'll circle back to the theme here. It seems like it's going to be, because it was like that one the last couple they sent me. Tim from Buried Acorn sent off 2 Bearded Tears 2 years ago, I believe it was. Well, Sean did from there, but Tim's the brewer and owner. The theme I came away from those while liking those beers is that we're creepily drinkable at the ABV. And that's the thing with this. This is drinking easy enough to be like, I'm drinking like a 12% stout, 13%. But you can tell by the way how aggressive some of these flavors are that it's even higher in ABV. You just don't get that heat or that hot or any of that kind of non-shaved edge that you typically get that ultra high ABV level. It's like as good, if not better, than a lot of these kind of big brewery beers that they're known for doing, these kind of 16, 17, 18% beers that are really kind of creepily drinkable. It's probably one of the best breweries to do it outside of them, which I think is a testament. It's delicious. It's a beautiful, beautiful, just juggernaut of a coffee imperial stout in the most beautiful way possible. I love it. I think it's fantastic. Is it one of the better coffee stouts that I've had as of late, barrel-wise? Actually, barrel or otherwise. Yeah, Mount Rushmore status. It absolutely is. Just the way this is showing, from the stout to the coffee to the barrel to the spirit. Cash money. Cash money, son. Yeah, I don't know what else to say other than this is delicious. And value and availability, can't really talk about that. I assume it's brewery only. You're talking about this high ABV, it's got to be up there in price. And just say if you like what we like this, if you like barrel-aged coffee stouts, if you don't like this, I'm sorry. There might be something wrong with it. Maybe. Is it the best I've ever had in my life? I don't know. But it's Mount Rushmore status for me now. And that's a good thing. Yeah, you'll probably see this one towards the end of the year. At best selves, let's put it that way. So yeah, there you go. Reviewing the books. Buried Acorn, have you been to the brewery? Oh, you have? You go there every now and then, or you're local enough to go? That would be a party. I'm playing it. I'll be DJing there and then the thing and stuff. It is April 6th, 2 days before the eclipse. Buried Acorn Brewing. Check it. Check it and see. I'll be up there, so come by. If you like techno music, if you like house, if you like all that fun stuff, it'll be a blast. If you don't, come by anyway and we'll rip a beer. And tell me if you've been to the brewery, you like the brewery, had their beers. What's your favorite beer you've ever had from them? I think this might be it for me. And I have a few more of these to go, so we're off to a very good start. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. Hopefully you enjoyed a little big barrel-aged behemoth tonight. Hope to see you next time. Cheers, y'all.